Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this series, I will show you how to build my own Telegram bot with Python programming. So let me show you the bot demo firstly, and then I'm gonna show you step-by-step tutorial. So first run the program. Okay, here is my Telegram bot. Its name is Abyssinia Times. Its main functionality is to tell about history for users. So it can do tells the today events in history and pick random date and also tells about the history of that day and it can make history about it can bring history data about a specific date that users input. So let's try it out. Press the start button and wow, it gets the username of me immediately, and there is a quick buttons. So let's click the first one. Please wait a moment, it's fetching history, so wait, and boom. We get the today histories events here. Histories for today, it is categorized by three main parts. The first part is events, they are events, and the second part is birth part, and the third part is days part. And the cool part is also it supports the link for full story. So it is a short story. If you I want to read more, I can to press this link and it redirect to wikipedia.org. So we can to read here the full story. So let me back to my bot. Yeah, it's worked, and we can to get this help. Yeah, it's all available commands for this bot. So let's check out random. It's fetching. Oh yeah, it's pick random date and get all histories about that day. If I command this again and again, I get random data for each command. And the another is the date command. Date, and then it require arguments months and day, like this format, or or day. This also possible. So let's try it. 3/1. This means month third, and then the day is the first. Paging history. Oh yeah, it's worked. Fishing for this date, and the event is the battles of Iowa, and another's here. We can to read by link here. Now let's move to coding tutorial. Okay, I'm in VS Code. I have two files in this. Main.py is responsible for Telegram bot UI. It is history feature.py is a backbone of my bot. It fetches history from resources. So latest code with this file import request, which is essential to make API requests. So uh, create object history feature. So diff int. Okay, self dot base URL um latest the base URL is here. Okay, I have to use the string. This is the wikipedia.org API, so let's open it. It is like this. So when you add endpoints like events slash, this is the month date, we can use 8, and then the date too. So when we make request like this, okay, it's the JSON response. So the base URL this, we can to change events like birds versus we get births data. We can change also days. We can get the days API. So let's go to the code and then uh, fetch history function. Use here category and month and day. It use category and then month and day. So URL is equals to, we can use f string to pass variables in string. So self dot base URL slash category slash month and slash day. Sorry, day. So make response is equals to requires dot get, so URL. So if the response, okay, I have to edit this name, response. If the response dot status code different from 200, it's okay status. If it is not okay, it's return null data to avoid the error rising. So after this we can to add the okay status response. This is return dot response dot json dot get category. So in this part we can use here diff summary function. So self dot month and day, it requires this. And here we can use here result, it is empty dictionary. So for category in, this is category, so we can use events, it's the first one, the second is days, and the third is births. So items is equals to self dot fetch by category and then add the category, the another is month agreement in the day. So let's make it and result category is equals to items. After this function, it's return result. So to make this feature, make an instance first history feature dot summary. We have to input months and date agreements. So let's try with 3,1, and this is the month and this is the day. So we can use output variable. So I want to get outputs in the JSON file format. So let's with context and then open output.json with right mode, right, as if, and then f dot we can use JSON module. Firstly I have to import it, import JSON. So JSON dot dump, and in this is output and file and then indent. This means more human readable format, so we can use indent to 4, and then let's run it. Yeah, it's finished. So let's open, we get the output JSON here. So let's open. Wow, I get a full of responses with a ton of data. So let's drag into my site it Okay, so let's work with the filter uh, function. So diff filter items self, and then it require items, and then to make this filtered, this is our list. So for item in items text is equals to item dot get text. If it does not exist, null, because this text exists on this my JSON file. uh, it exists on each history. It use text here. We can to use another, this is text, we can to use others also. So this is text, we can get the history directly here, and the another is year is equals to item dot get year. If it does not exist, we can to pass with this question mark. So we can to get this year also in my JSON here. You can see here, this is year, the history of the year. The another requirement is to get link. So link is equals to item dot get. Firstly, we have to get the pages, right? This exists on the pages. So pages, if it does not exist, it pass with the dictionary in list mode dot get. Also in this part we can to get it has a lot of dictionaries inside it. So let's select the index one, and then get the content URLs firstly. So content get content URLs. If it does not exist, it's passed with the null dictionary. So get also the another desktop here. Desktop. If it does not exist, you can to pass with dictionary dot get. It get pages page. If it does not exist, pass with null text. So it is the link of our history to get full access. So let's format it. It's cool. So my another thing have to do return dot append f string. Use f string. So use calendar emoji. You can use Windows plus comma to get this emoji. So year, firstly to pass year, then the text of the history. So text here, and I want to break a line after this. So let's break, and then I want to use link emoji. So link, and pass this variable link here. So after append here, I want to return filtered, right? I want to integrate this function to my summary function. So let's add here filtered variable. Filter is equals to self dot filter items. It require items, so items input here, and then after this the output is return filtered. So after that I want to make this clear and then print output simply. So let's run again the code. Yeah, we get the filtered output here. Oh, but it's the ton of data, so I have to make a limitation. So I want to use for each event is 5 outputs, like event is 5, days is 5, and birth is 5. So self dot limit is equals to 5. And I want to make the bot a telegram bot, which is more related to Ethiopian history. So I want to make priority for Ethiopian history before I filter. So I want to use another keyword here. Keyword is equals to latest, paste here. It's Ethiopian history relating keyword. So if exist like this data, it is gain priority. So add here in this function if any function. This any function means in the iterable function, if it exists the one, its response true, unless its response false. It's built-in Python function. So we use j dot lower, which means in lowercase, in self dot, okay, in text dot lower. In this text it exists, so we can use loop here. It's inside loop, inline loop dot keyword. So if in the keyword exists in the text, it make this condition. So make this if only exists Ethiopian history, it filtered in this function. So return filtered. So let's try it again, clear, and then run again. Yeah, we get the Ethiopian history only, right? So it's great. So I have to add another function here to fill the another worldwide history. But the priority is Ethiopian history, but I have to fill until it fills 5. So use another function here, fill random self dot items, and then filtered. So here use self dot limit minus link is filtered, count the filtered, and then it's subtract. So if remaining less than or equal to 0, it return filtered with dot self dot limit. But if it does not fill, we use this condition. For is equals to f string. We can use this already right in code. So copy it and then paste here. So we can use item dot get here. If it does not exist, it pass with question mark, and also item dot get text. If it does not exist, it's passed with null text. And for link, we can to define here link. So let's copy it and paste here. For link, we can to paste here, we can to copy here. So let's paste here. To avoid this new line, we can to use backspace here, backspace, and then here backspace. So after this, we can to use for item in items. and we can use we have to make sure these items does not duplicated by the filter. So to make these, I want to use this condition. Let's copy it and then paste here, and if it does not note in filtered, not in filter. So which means if it does not repeated, it pass to this loop, and then we can to select the another worldwide histories. So to make the another feeling, we can to use here filtered. This is already filtered, so we have to append on this data. So random dot sample pool. So how many samples we have to pass in this function remaining times? So we have to import this module firstly. So import random. After this, return filtered self dot limit. Make sure this filtered has a limit counters. So after this, we have to integrate this function to my summary function. So to make this, we can use like full list. Full list is equals to self dot fill random. It requires items, so pass items. And the another requirement is fields, so filtered input filtered. So after I input this, it return full list nodes the filtered. So after it prints output. So let's run it. Oh, works. It responds the Ethiopian history make priority, and then it fills with worldwide histories. So it has three categories items, and the another is days here, and the other is birds here. So it works as expected. And finish the backbone of my bot. So let's move to main.py. So first I have to install some packages. So pip install telegram. So first I have to install this package. I already satisfied it. So let's open telegram desktop here. Then search here bot father. This bot is manager of all bots in telegram. So let's create a new bot here. Click any bot here. So it asks the name of the bot. So this is so we select username now. So my test bot here. It must be ended with this bot suffix. So right here. Okay, already taken. So we have to use another bot. Done. So let's copy this API key. This is essential. So after copying, okay, first I have to install some packages. So create virtual environment. So now I activate my virtual environment. Then I install some packages. Python, Telegram bot, requests, and Python dot inf to make my token is hidden. So after that, I'm gonna to main.py, so import from Telegram, import inline button and inline keyword markup, and then update from Telegram dot extension import command handler application builder, and then message handler context type filters. Then after it, I import again from python.view from .inf import load.inf. So load.inf here. So let's create a new file.inf. So here we define our token is equals to, this is my bot token, paste here. After it, we can to access this token via import.os. So let's start with creating the main function. App is equals to application builder dot token. Here os dot getinf token. Then build function. Then app dot run pulling. And I can to add here handlers. Handler command handler start. So I have to define this function here, div assign div start update and update its reference. So add here context context equal to context type is dot default type, and I want to move this to upper here. Okay, so here we can use await function to response because it's async. Async method is essential to make Telegram bot because it can to responsible for multi users in the same time, but without this method the bot response to one user only, cannot be like multi-trained. So it is great method. So here update dot message dot reply text update dot effective user dot username, or no, first name you can use here, and then I want to make f string here. Hey someone, it gains the username directly. So after this I want to define my function if name is equals to main function is calling. This condition helps us to avoid the execution of these codes from another file. It's execute only in this file, so it's good habit to done. So let's run our application python main.py. So it's running. So let's go to our bot. So start. Yeah, it's gate mining instantly, so it's working. So in there have not any message to our logs, so it's definitely difficult to get error or something else. So we have to use logging, our Python built-in module, so import logging. So here we have to define the basic configuration logging dot basic configuration label logging dot info in capital, and then logging dot get logger. My file is defined, and then let's run. So we can to get here the information, the app is started or something is gain 200 response, so we can to get here easily. So let me back to my code. Here we have to modify this start, so I want to add here buttons. So buttons is equals to inline keyword button. Okay, we have to use list here keyword button. So we have to define here today in history in history, then callback data today, and we use here random, change it to random. So after that we can use here text is equals to f string username. We can use username here, update dot effective user dot first name, and here hey username, then I BCR minus both. I can to tell you history in new line, use help to see all commands. So after that I want to update here, and here await response update dot message dot reply text here, reply markup. We can use here inline keyword markup, and then define buttons here button. So run again. Go to my bots and then start again. Yeah, we can get here, it's worked. We can to get here two buttons. So going to help function here, it's not functional now. So add here. First, we have to use another helper function here to get the response update is really the user text or button click callback. So to define it, we have to use another function here, div get mcg type update. So here if update, okay, let's write updates dot message return update dot message. If updates dot callback query and update dot callback query dot message, it return update dot callback query message. and return none. This none is only returned when it doesn't satisfy this condition. So we can use here this helper function mcg variable, then get, and we have to use await function because it's assigned. So wait get message, then update, then if if not mcg return none. If it's none, it's return also none. But if it is mcg, it's execute this below codes. So here we change it to mcg reply text. Okay, right. So now move to assign div helper function. So here we can use update context also. Then here we can use here similar code. Then text for our helper commands in new line. Okay, are here start to see buttons, new line, help to see this text, new line, today, to get uh, history for today, new line, random, get history randomly, new line, date, dd, to get history for specific date. So we can use here example to modify more date 0301. Now mcg dot replay text here. So we have to respond with await again. Yeah, it's working. So I have to add here handler, new handler. So paste here and then help. For help CMD, it is execute helper function. So save and restart. Okay, it is started. So go to Telegram and then run help. We can get here the help commands. So when I start click, it's worked. Help is worked. So going to today. So to add this functionality, I have to add another handler here. Today. Then today history. So I have to define here in assign method div, then today history update and then context. So I can to use this copy and then paste here. Then to get today, I want to use datetime module in Python. It is built-in module, so we can to import from datetime import datetime. So after I import it, I can to access this function dot today. So month and day is equals to today dot month and today dot day. After that, I can use here summary is equals to, okay, I have to define my module first. I have to use this backbone of my history feature, so I have to import this from history feature import history feature. So after this I define feature is equals to history feature. I initialize this object, so going to my today function, and then I can to access feature dot summary. Then it requires month and day. I import today's month and day. So I wait. We can to call here now mcg dot update reply mcg reply text, then summary. So after this I can to test my code here, run again. Okay, go to this and then today let's just try. Okay, it's fetching, wait a moment. Oh, after a month it requires to Wikipedia API and fetch the data, but the data is very ugly structured. It's not a perfect view. It has a poor user experience. So to add this, I have to make here another function format, define format text. This helper function helped me to make good user experience. So text, and to define null text value here, then for category and items in summary dot items. So it's dictionary, so I can to access items. So here emoji we can so emoji target for events. I can use this emoji for events here. If category is equals to events, use we can use cake emoji for birds. I select it. If category days, man, birds, and else turn emoji for days. So it's a line condition. It's very simple and effective quick solution. So we can use here block is equals to emoji plus here space. I make it, then category dot capitalize. After capitalize are here semicolon and then new line, then plus in new line again dot join entire these items, that means history. So items, I insert these items in this. So after this we can use text plus add here block, then return this text as the last response. So we can to integrate this helper function to my today um, format summary. Then I want to add the title for my history response. So title I want to define here. Title is equals to like this. Then we can use f string to pass variable history for month and then day. Then add like this. So after it's going to response. And my another feature is to add loading response. So to make this we have to use here before anything we respond quick message. So loading is equals to await mcg dot reply text. We can use our loading animation emoji, then please wait a moment dot. So after that I want to hear loading dot edit text. So this means it responds quickly this message after fetching its take a long second. So after it edits this text to correct the data. So it's good method. So let me try it. Okay. We get instantly message, please wait a moment. So after something, yeah, we get a full data. It's great. Okay, I have to add new lines here to make that. Okay, new line. So it's great experience. So my another handler is to add random functional et. So random. So here we can use random history, random history. So we have to define here assign the random history update, update, and then context. So here we can use this code totally because it's very similar here. So I have to edit here thing only. We have to use here month and date in randomly. So month random dot rand int. First, I have to insert this random module is built-in module, so we can do import. Okay, from random import rand int. I can to import it, and then I can to access rand int here. Rand int. The month is 102. 102. The then the day is rand int 102. So we can get this. Then we can run again. So latest random try it. Please wait. Yeah, we can get this random history data. It select randomly. It's great. So let's go to another features. The another feature is to add date function. So to date function here, then date history assign div date update then context. So here we have to define this condition text dot start with this command. If it start with this command, it's going to this text. So if part is equals to text dot split max split 1. So it's split in space. It's split in space. It has like this structure dates then space then then dd, so it's split in this way. It's the first and then it's the second way. So we have to handle this note about this. So to make this, we can to use here text is equals to parts index 1, which means the last one, and if parts, okay, we have to use this length method to get length greater than 1. But if not, its response is null because it is avoids error rising. So it's good approach. And then we use the regular expression matching. it is very powerful and correct method. So we have to import this re module. Firstly, import re, then we have to define this. The expression, it start with string, then we can to use spaces at the first, it's correct, are here d, which means it's decimal, not years. Then add 1 up to 2. You can use r string to make this more readable. Then we define the separator. The separator is slash or hyphen, that is valid, but another is not valid. Then we can to copy this regular expression and again paste here. Okay, we have to use 2, not 3. So 2, 1, and 2, it's allowed. It is written in this form or in this form, it is possible. So at the last, we can to add here the space, it's possible, but after space, nothing is valid. So we can use $sign here. After this, we can to insert our text here. So if not m, if it's false, await dot mcg reply text invalid format, please use date and then dd. It's great. Then return, nothing is executed after it. But if it is true, months and day m.group group 1 with the month, and then m.group 2 it's the day. But we have to change the data type to integer to avoid error rising. So int, and also here int, we can use this data changer function. After that, we can use summary is equals to feature my function, then summary month and day. Then we have to use title. For title, I can to copy here, no need of repeat title, and for response also I can to copy here. So it's similar approach. So we have to define here loading. So for the first response, so add here loading is equals to await mcg dot reply text. We can use here as again. So it looks like good. Let me try it. Okay, run again. Okay, let me try help function. It's worked. Then date. It's okay. It's invalid format. Okay, it's the error. Please wait before the checking of the validity. So we have to make sure here. After this, nothing before the checking. So it's good experience. Run again. Then date. It's invalid format. We have to use this. Okay, date something like this. It's also invalid. Okay, so we can use here date 03 separated by slash or hyphen. It's possible for like this, it's valid. Yeah, please wait here, man. It's working. Yeah, after that I get specific history for this day. It's great experience. So let us add some features that are essential. The first thing is to make error handling. If it is a non-command text, how can handle it? To make this, add here message handler, then filters dot text in capital and filter dot command. But here we have to hit this sign. It means the built-in Python sign, which means it is false. If this text is none of command, it responds to some function. So that function is like error message. We can use this. Then define here async div, then update, then context. Here we can use again this, then await mcg dot reply text invalid command. Please use help. Okay, so let me run it. It's running. So try with non-command text. Oh, it's working. So we can use help. We get available commands. We can to pick it. It's working. So start is working. Now I had to the button functionality. If the button click, nothing. So we have to add this feature. Add here. Callback. Okay, I have to insert firstly in this extension callback query handler. So here callback query handler. Add here the button handler function. So we have to define in this part async div my function, then update and then context. Then we can use query update dot callback query if not callback query, it's return nothing. But it's callback query we have to answer firstly, because answer means is if a button click it's always running, so we can to make answer to stop this running feature. So answer we can get the callback, then if q dot data is equals to callback data. This means I write in here callback data. If click this, the data is today. If click this, the data is random. So we can use here if the data today, which means the day. So read await, return await today history function with passing these variables update and context. If q.data is equals to, okay, I have to equal to sign random, it responds with await random history, then update and then context arguments. So we can use elif. Yeah, it's great way. So now it's working, I think. So let's try it. Python main.py. Okay, it's working, I think. So help first. Okay, start. Then today in history. Yeah, it's working, man. Yeah, we get the answer at the last way, but it's running still. What is the error? Okay, oh, it's my error. Await, I have to use await response because it's async. So let me start again. It's working. Then start data. Yeah, it's stopped. It's working. Let me try to random button as again. Random is working also. So now we finished all things about the Telegram bot development. So let's go to deployment. After that, our bot is working for 24 hours for 7 days. So now we're going to deploy our Python code to server. So first we have to make this command greater than sign, then requirement.txt. Yeah, this command helps us to get the simple txt files that has all of need the packages for my application. So it's great with corresponding versions, all of packages that I need. So after that, I'm going to my browser. In this part, I search Python anywhere. This platform is very good solution for freely for testing hosting. So it's very powerful platform. You can to sign up here, then create beginner accounts for free. So you can to fill this and register. So after register, you can get this dashboard. In this dashboard, you have this megabyte SCSI and then CPU, so it's more powerful. Now I'm going to upload my files here. So browse file, then here upload file. Click this button. It's open. So now I am here. This is my files. So select essential files. You can to select requirements first. Upload it. Main.py. Upload and imp. It's uploaded. And history feature, it's also uploaded. Now I'm finished my files. So next I'm going to the first dashboard, then here bash console. So click this. So here it's starting my server. Yeah, so it's my remote Linux server. We can do command here any bash script. So here ls, you can to get our files that's uploaded. Okay, so I'm going to collect my files to the one. So first I want to create make dir. Okay, make dir, then my app. I create this directories. So now I create my directory here, my app. So I want to move these files to this folder. So let's paste here my files name and requirements as well. Paste here to my app folder. So it's moved to my app cd my app. It's open my directory, then ls. Congrats, it's moved. So now I have to add also inv.py to this folder. It is has dot at the first, so it's hidden. So ls all. We can to get here my inv file here. So I have to move to my app. We can to use mv.inv my app. That's right. ls all. Yeah, I get my environment file. So let's run my Python file. Oh, yeah, I do not install packages, so I have to install with requirements file first. So pip install r then requirements file. Then hit enter. Great, it's install packages. So let's clear and then python map main.py. Yeah, it's worked. So let me test with Telegram. Move to my Telegram desktop. So here it's my bot. Let's start with start command. Wow, it's worked on my server. So it's congrats. I then add the all help. Yeah, today random is worked. So perfect. It's gain here. So now I have to make here run it, keep it, and then I'm going to my dashboard. I can to cancel this window. It's running on the server still now. Start is worked. So congrats, you deploy your Telegram bot for free on server. It's running always.